Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. Have you ever considered designing your resume in FigJam? Neither did I, until I saw a talented designer who had transformed the resume into a work of art using FigJam. I think this is definitely a way to stand out from the crowd, so I was immediately captivated by this idea and I thought, why not give it a shot? So here we are. Today, we are going to do exactly that. I thought that besides having fun together, this will give you a view on the journey that I had so far in my professional life, but I will also share some personal stuff with you. So, if you're ready to reimagine your CV and embark on a creative journey with me, let's get started. We are gonna start with a completely empty FigJam, and I was thinking to divide everything in three main sections. Right, so the first thing will be a few things about myself. One second. Where I will introduce myself, I will tell you a little about my passions and who am I. Then we will go through my journey so far. And then we will talk a little bit about what are my plans for the future. So let's start with the About Me section. So I was thinking that I'm gonna start by importing all of the photos that I need for all of those sections, and we can just start with these. I hope that's everything that I will need for now. That's what I prepared so far, but if we need something else, I'm just gonna add it. And then if I can select them, I can just I will add some sort of border to them. I will turn this around because it's not I will make it the same size as the other one, and here we have everything. So should we start with some information about myself? I prepared something in advance just so that I don't have to start writing right now. Okay, so this is what we have about me section. So this is what I am gonna say. Hello there. I'm Andra, a senior product designer who loves creating digital products that users adore and that help businesses thrive. Which is like that. I think that this describes me perfectly. I'm all about the big picture, from coming up with ideas to making them real and successful. I'm fueled by the excitement of crafting designs that truly make people's lives better. I'm always on the lookout for a fresh challenge that let me learn and innovate even more. I believe that this intro is like perfect and we're not gonna add anything more to it. You can see that I want this to be informal just because this will be in FigJam, so definitely it's like a totally different approach. And for that, the language that you can see that the language that I use is not formal. And also I added this emojis that I really like to use in the copy. I don't know about you, how you feel about that. And I'm gonna add something else, which is the intro that I have for my channel, where in a video format I describe myself and who I am. So I think that this is perfect to add here, and I'm very happy that I had this prepared. So this is what we are gonna have in this section. We are going to make this purple just because this is the theme for my resume. I'm gonna go with purple when with similar colors, but yeah, this is what we have. I don't know, I'm just gonna keep it like this. So we are going to continue with another section, which is get in touch with me. I believe that it makes sense to add it right below about me. So I created this. I'm just gonna paste it here so that it's easier for us and it doesn't take a long time for me to get all of the links. I'm just gonna rename these sections as well, um, so that you can find them easier. Get in touch, touch, and I prepared something really cool that I like. It's some feedback that I got from my colleagues. Now we are gonna add the testimonials, or I don't know if it would make more sense to call them feedback, but that I got from my colleagues and the people with whom I'm working. But let's call it testimonials for now. I think this is fine, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I'm going to create this. So I already have this feedback, and I'm just gonna add this in a kind of a scribbled style, just because it's pretty much um, similar to handwriting, how people would write this if they would give you feedback in a written format by hand. So I think that this works, even though it's a little bit more difficult to read, but we can keep it like this. And I'm just going to add 4 of them. I have more, but I don't want this to be kind of overwhelming, and I'm just gonna stack them like this. And just for now, I'm gonna change the color of this because I wanted to be kind of clear that I have this from different people. So yeah, this is why I'm gonna change the color of this. Okay, and I'm gonna copy and paste the feedback that I got. Um, I think that it's quite useful to present the perspective of other people and how it is working with you from the feedback that you got from your colleagues so far. And especially if you have like really good feedback, I think you should utilize it in your resume or on your website, on your LinkedIn, right? Because you have that there as well. I'm gonna add this in a section as well, and I'm just gonna call this testimonials. If you have a better naming for this, um, please let me know. Leave this in the comments, and I can change that. I would love that. So this is the first section. We have the first section about me. Get in touch. It's always super important to have the get in touch section on your resume and on your website so that people can get a chance to chat with you and can, have a way to contact you. And then the testimonials. So we have the first section. We can continue with the next one. I'm just gonna add the main events that I want to cover, and then we can align everything and kind of put them on a timeline and add all of the additional details. So I will start with born and raised in Romania. Then after that, we have um, my bachelor. We can cover that. Uh, um, God, we have the bachelor studies. I could have put them, all of the studies under the same label, but because my bachelor and my master, it's quite different. I just wanted to put them separate them, but also like I worked very hard for those, so I believe that they deserve their own section. And I added the master studies, and then we have the work life. So let's just add that work life. Okay, good. Maybe I can just let me see. I'm gonna add more space between them just because um Yeah, I think I can add even more space just because I have a lot of details that I want to add under them. Okay, so I think this is fine. Let's get started with this. So let's start with the super fun part. Maybe 1 second. I will make this bigger. Okay, I think they should be big enough, I believe. Let's just see. I'm just gonna, in this case, I'm just gonna take less space. Sorry, this is taking quite some time, but you know how this is. Okay, so we have the first thing, born and raised in Romania, and this is a photo with me when I was very young. I think I was in at school, but in, I don't know, first, second grade or something like that. And it's I am dressed as in a traditional Romanian clothing. It's really cool, as you can see. And I just wanted to add this photo with this coffee, proof of my roots, because I think it's very cute. But now let's talk a little bit about what were my passions as a child. I'm just gonna add this in a different color, and I'm gonna go with the light colors. And yeah, I'm gonna split this into two, and we're gonna cover the passions that I had as a child and my personality. Some of these personality traits, I still have them. Oh wow. Okay, so let's have this for now. I'm just gonna add some stickers, obviously, because I just love them. And here I'm gonna add maybe this. Good. Yes, let me add some things under passions, and I'm just gonna make this a little bit smaller. So what were my passions? Um, I loved reading as a child. It was like the best thing, and I wish I had that time now to do this daily. But yeah, this is still a passion of mine, but unfortunately, I don't have that much time to dedicate to it anymore. Then I have writing. Again, I love doing this, and I think that I was a very creative person, and I'm still doing this. Not that much. And now when I'm writing about UX related topics. Like, for example, you can check out my Medium profile. But yeah, writing is a passion that unfortunately I do not practice anymore. Then we have something else. I'm just gonna copy this, and we have math. I don't know how many of you had this passion, but I loved math and I was very good at it. And yeah, that's why I also decided to study computer science because I loved math. Yeah, then what else? I loved dancing. Yeah, when I was little, I used to go dancing, and also I used to do gymnastics as a child. Yeah, this was something that I really loved. And another thing, I was very interested in people and chatting and discovering them. And yeah, this was like really one of my passions. And I can say that I still have that, and it goes very well with my role. And I think that it works very well with this part of the design process where you discover the problems that people have and you have empathy and so on. So yeah, that's I think that covers my passions. Like, nothing else comes to my mind right now, but I think that that's fine for now. I don't want to put too many things either. I'm just going to do this, and then I'm gonna copy this and add under the personality. Okay, so what was my personality? Creative. Let's creative. Yeah, this is, I was always a creative person and I loved coming up with solutions for the problems that I had or imaginary problems. But definitely creative is one of my personality traits that I had since I was a child. Then I was very curious. But I believe that all of the kids are curious. Kind. This is one thing that I believe that still describes me, that I'm a kind person. I don't know if this is a good or a bad quality, but yeah, it is what it is. Then happy. I'm still very, an optimistic person and happy person, and this is one of the things that I think people appreciate about me because I always make things better. And then I'm just gonna say diligent. And I think that covers everything. And I have one more thing to add here. Let me find the photo for the. Okay, so for the personality for the happy card, I have this photo of me when I was little, and you can see that I was so happy. I think this was just 1 second. I just want to add some stickers here. I was in the countryside in Romania, loved it. Yes, here, and we're just going to add a sticker. Let me find it. This one. Okay, and I'm just gonna put it here, and then we can move forward. Now I'm just gonna change it a little bit and rotate it, and ta-da! This is perfect. So I linked everything. I don't think that it's necessary to link the others, and I added this kind of timeline. And now we can move on to the bachelor studies. I'm just gonna copy this so that I have it's different, definitely a different structure, but yeah, let's just go with that. So should I keep this blue, or I'm just gonna change the color just so that it is kind of clear that we are moving to a different, I'm just gonna add this purple, and this is going to be purple as well, just so that it's clear that we are on a different stage of this. So we're gonna have here under the bachelor studies, studies and work. Maybe I should have called this section differently. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's fine for now. And I will have working as well. Because I was working when I was in university as well. To get some professional experience, and I'm gonna change this to something that's, but I can do this later, even though it's kind of bothering me. Let's just see. Yeah, this should be fine, and it should be like a lighter. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so should we start with studies, because I think this is more important, but I'm gonna show you something first. I'm gonna add this here. Let me see. Where should I put it? I'm just gonna put it here where I have the studies. And what is this? You might wonder. It's the graduation day. Okay. This is my graduation day. I had such a long hair. I don't know if you look at photos of you like this, you can see my colleagues. Yeah, good old days. Okay, so I changed a few things, but I did this off camera because it took quite some time. I changed the colors just so that you can see some sort of hierarchy, right? And you can see kind of a darker color. for the first level, and for the second level or the further level, I will use the same color but in a lighter shade. And yes, let's go and see what I added under the bachelor studies. So I divided this into two, studies and working. And for studies, I studied at the Babeș-Bolyai University in Romania, and I got a degree in computer science. And here I highlighted a few things that I can say that I learned during this time, but yeah, this doesn't cover everything. I just highlighted a few, and we can go through them just like quite fast. So first of all, we have the programming skills, where I learned programming languages like, I don't know, Python, Java, C++, and many, many more others. Then I added obviously like problem solving. I think this is a constant throughout my life and is kind of the ability to break down complex problems into smaller components, analyze them, and design effective solutions to them. Then we have algorithm design, which is creating efficient and optimized algorithms to solve computational problems. Software development, knowledge of the software development cycle, including requirements gathering, design, coding, testing, and maintenance. And I believe that this is something really important, right? That you should have as a designer as well. And then I don't know, database management. This was another thing that I was thinking maybe I should add it here. It's just like creating uh, queries and managing databases using technologies like SQL, NoSQL, and database design principles. But obviously, like I studied here for 3 years, so I learned many, many more things. So let's talk a little bit about my professional professional working life that I had during my studies. And I started as like you can see that pretty much my experience was focused on front end. I worked at Blink Sale, 10 and Nav, and 3Pillar, and then this is you can see here some of the skills that I got while working there. And then another thing that I think it's quite cool to mention is that I was a trainer at Digital Kids, where I was teaching children aged between, I don't know, 8 and 12 basic concepts about computers and how to code in like Scratch. This is a tool exactly designed for kids that if you have kids, I definitely recommend that you check it out, and HTML and CSS. But this was like a long time ago, and this definitely helped me get some different skills like people skills and facilitation and I don't know, patience and many other things. But I love doing that. And I okay, so we can cover now the master studies. So um, maybe I studied human computer interaction and design with a minor in innovation and entrepreneurship. But the program that I was part of was required me to go to two universities. So first of all, I studied in UPM in Madrid, Polytechnical University of Madrid. And for my second year, I went to Aalto University in Finland and in Spain. So let's look at some of the things that I learned. Maybe this is like too little. I learned way more in my studies, but this is what I'm going to mention here. And first of all is user-centered design, focusing on designing products and system with the end user needs, preferences, and behaviors in mind. Then I learned how to do usability evaluations, assessing the effectiveness and efficiency of user interfaces through methods like usability testing and heuristic evaluation. And I learned some cognitive psychology, understanding how users perceive, process, and interact with information to inform design choices, but also because it was kind of pretty much um, computer science. I learned machine learning and other very very technical things that I cannot necessarily say that I use right now my in my work, but it was definitely something that I'm happy that I studied. Also, I added here my thesis, which it was called or is called Applying Design System in Cybersecurity Dashboard Development. You can go check it out and see what's the paper that I had for my thesis. But because I was having, you know, like a minor and a major and a minor, my minor was in innovation and entrepreneurship. And here, pretty much in a nutshell, I learned how to create a startup and the whole life cycle of it. And some of the things that I think that are, you know, kind of worth mentioning here is that I learned how to create a business model development, creating sustainable and scalable business models that capture value. I learned how to do a value proposition design, crafting compelling value propositions that address customer pain points. And this is something that I think it's also very useful. I learned how to pitch and how to communicate and how to effectively present a business idea to potential investors, partners, and customers. I believe that this is something that was really cool to do, and also it kind of, let's say, that sort of helped me in my professional life because as you will be able to see further in this video, I had some experience working in startups. Okay, so now we can tackle the work life section. And I started by adding here a photo with me at the Ericsson HQ in Stockholm. It was a long time ago, but you can see I was very, very young. But let's talk a little bit about my work experience. You can see at the top that I have my current position, and we can start with my earlier experience. So I can say that I started at Ericsson with as a UX designer. Obviously, you know, you learn more things from the job, but I just wanted to highlight just a few of them so that it's not overwhelming and it's not very crowded. So one thing that I was very lucky to do when I was at Ericsson, and I know that not a lot of company get the opportunity to do, is ethnographic research, which means conducting field studies to observe and understand user behaviors in their natural context. Then I also kind of, let's say, tied to this or connected to this, I did persona development, which means creating fictional user profiles to represent different user groups and kind of aid in the design decisions. Then I did obviously like user research, conducting interviews, surveys, usability testing, and other methods to understand user behaviors and preference. And yeah, as I mentioned, under the umbrella of user research, I did user testing, which means setting up and conducting user testing sessions to gather feedback and insights on design iterations. Then after that, I continued working at Paladin Cyber, US-based startup. I was working remotely. At Ericsson, I was working in Finland, but then all of my future roles are kind of remote jobs. So at Paladin, I learned a lot of things and definitely kind of I learned a different approach of things, but I can mention here cross-disciplinary collaborations that I was working effectively with developers, customer support, and other stakeholders to bring design to life. Then rapid prototyping, quickly building and testing versions of interfaces to explore different design concepts, wireframing, sketching, and creating low fidelity representations of interfaces to plan the placement of elements and information architecture, organizing and structuring information in a clear and logical manner to enhance user navigation. Started working at CapBase as a senior product designer. There, some of the key skills that I got were stakeholder communication, visual design, designing the visual aspects of interfaces. There, I also build kind of a design system for them. After that, we have feature prioritization and road mapping. Feature prioritization is identifying and prioritizing the most impactful features and functionalities based on user needs and business objectives. And then we have road mapping, which is creating a structured plan that outlines the features, functionalities, and milestones of a product development. Then we can talk a little bit about my current role, which is senior product designer at Teal, and some of the things that I would like to highlight here are design thinking. I believe that applying a human-centered approach to problem solving, emphasizing empathy and iterative design is something that I did everywhere, and it's kind of a core skill and a way of thinking for designers. So I don't think that this is necessarily like only for this role, but I wanted to kind of highlight this or present it at the top. Then we have creative problem solving, critical thinking, and user journey mapping. This is visualizing and analyzing the steps that users take to achieve specific goals within a digital product. Now we can take a second look at what we did so far. So I started with a few things about myself, an intro about me, how to get in touch with me, some feedback that I got from my fellow colleagues, and then my life journey presented from a personal level, but also from a professional level. I want us to talk a little bit about the future now, and I really thought about what should I say here, what should I share with others, and after after thinking quite for some time about this, I thought that maybe I should first of all share a thought with you. This is that while we can't predict the exact path the future will take us, we do have the ability to shape our readiness for the opportunities it brings. I really hope that this resonates with you, and even if sometimes you don't feel in control of your future, it's a good reminder to think that you really are in control of your ability to shape your readiness for the future. On a personal level, currently, my focus is on embracing possibilities and taking steps to prepare for whatever lies ahead. Leading a team of talented designers is a goal that excites me, and I'm eager to hone my leadership skills along the way. The realm of strategy and product development also intrigues me, and I'm keen to delve deeper into that direction to see where it leads. One thing I firmly believe in is that learning is an ongoing journey, an ever-evolving process that should be nurtured. As I navigate these pathways, I'm reminded that growth and development should be constant companions on this expedition. The future remains a tapestry waiting to be woven, and I'm welcoming it with arms wide open. If you share in the spirit of curiosity and adventure, I invite you to join me on this exciting journey towards the unknown. Now, I hope that you enjoyed spending this time with me and that it was something interesting for you to see how resume can be done in FigJam. Now, please let me know if you decided to do this as well, and please share it with me because I would love to take a look. And I hope you had a great time, and see you in the next video. Bye!